The US elections are tomorrow. We also know the outcome and situation in Gaza and Lebanon unfortunately is heavily influenced by the US president. As with all elections, we've seen many candidates say what they needed to say to get themselves into office. There's no guarantee that either will deliver on their promises. Mehdi Hasan had an interesting conversation with Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal. We're going to discuss the clips in a little more detail.
End of the day, I don't think this war is going to stop the day after the election, no matter who is elected. And what we need to do is build actual sustained power for Muslim and Arab voters and for pro-peace voters. My relationship with this community goes back to after 9/11, when I sued the Bush administration around the deportation of Muslims, and we won when we were trying to get Arab Americans out of secret detentions, thanks to the Bush administration, and we were able to do that. And
I'm going to start by saying I don't think either candidates are the best to represent the Muslim population. We're left in a situation where we have to pick the lesser of the two evils. In terms of track record, I think Pramila raises a good point here. She successfully managed to stop the deportation of Muslims and release Arabs in concentration camps. At least she did something. On the other hand, we have Trump, who not only gave Netanyahu a blank check, he also encourages the genocide, and then most recently his biggest game was inviting an imam to proclaim their support for him.
Why would we vote to stop a genocide by voting for the candidate who is currently enabling the genocide? That is illogical, they say. What would you say to them?
what I would say is, first of all, she is the vice president, not the president. And the president, and I've been very public about this, has the wrong policy towards Israel, but he is still the president. She can't just unilaterally change it. Secondly, I would say that she has been far more clear about what she intends to do after. I'm not making promises here. I'm saying that the things she has said, going back to 2 months after October 7th, 2023, she was in Dubai in December of 2023. And she made a very important speech as vice president that didn't get as much attention as I think it should have, because again, she's not driving policy. It's the president that's driving policy. And in that speech, she made it clear that, for example, she would not tolerate the forced displacement of Gazans. She would not tolerate the evacuation of Palestinians from Gaza. She made it clear that she is interested in reconstructing and rebuilding. And yet,
another good point from Pramila, I think Kamala Harris has been far more vocal about Palestine back when she was vice president than Donald Trump is now. Bearing in mind, we know the Biden administration will support Israel at any cost. To speak out as vice president and say opposite to what your cabinet is saying, take some cojones. Let's see what Trump's track record looks like.
and you have to contrast that with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the guy that in his first 4 years, when he was president, he's the one who moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He is the one who empowered Netanyahu to expand settlements. He even put a U.S. ambassador to Israel in who has monetary interests in settlement expansion. He is the one that left Palestinians out of all negotiations. And this time around, he has been the one who said to Netanyahu, finish the job, do whatever you want. A second Donald Trump presidency will be a blank check. And as you said, and as I said earlier, not a single Republican who is going to oppose him, because not a single Republican has to date. The only movement of opposition to current U.S. policy comes from Democrats.
Finish the job and do whatever you want. Let's see what Trump had to say about it.
Right? Save Israel. And when I'm back in the Oval Office, I will support Israel's right to win its war on terror. They have to have a right to win the war. Thank you. And I will give Israel the support that it needs to win, but I do want them to win fast. Wouldn't it be nice if they could win fast?
The truth is, Trump just talks shit. It's obvious who he supports, and it's obvious who he's going to support if he's elected. Don't give this spoon a second chance. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.